Hip-hop legend Jason Mizell was shot at point-blank range 18 years ago in a recording studio in Queens. A cold-blooded murder that until today had gone unanswered.
Tonight, 2 men are under arrest, and we are learning more about a motive for the killing involving the DJ's alleged dealings with kilos of cocaine.
Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett is live in downtown Brooklyn with the breaking details. NJ?
That's right, Sade. Investigators cracked this very cold case. That was revelation number 1. Revelation number 2 was that Jam Master Jay was apparently a major cocaine trafficker. And prosecutors say he was murdered when he tried to cut one of his accomplices out of a drug deal.
Jam Master Jay was one of the pioneers of hip-hop, part of the group Run DMC that became a global sensation. Jason Mizell was well known in his Queens neighborhood and a local hero. But he was murdered in his music studio in October of 2002 by 2 masked men with guns. A crime that went unsolved for nearly 18 years. U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District, Seth Ducharme.
This is a case about a murder that for nearly 2 decades had gone unanswered. And so today, we begin to answer that question of who killed Jason Mizell and why.
But in addition to his music career, prosecutors say Mizell was a major narcotics trafficker who moved cocaine by the kilo in Brooklyn and elsewhere. But investigators say when he resolved to cut one of his accomplices out of a major drug deal, that accomplice, identified as Ronald Washington, conspired with another man identified as Carl Jordan to murder Mizell.
What we've alleged in that indictment is that on October 30th, 2002, nearly 20 years ago, Mr. Jordan and Mr. Washington walked into a music studio in Queens where Mr. Mizell and others were working, essentially, and hanging out. And they walked in and they murdered him in cold blood.
Authorities praised Queens detectives for pursuing the case and developing fresh leads.
The relentless pursuit to bring this case to justice is absolutely incredible.
Well, the chief did not take questions from reporters here today, so we don't know. We weren't able to ask whether Jason Mizell was on law enforcement radar as a drug dealer in the early 2000s. As for the 2 defendants, the first of the 2 was arraigned about an hour ago here at U.S. District Court and ordered held without bail. Ronald Washington, the other defendant, was apparently already in prison and will be arraigned at a later date.